क्लोज आउट नहीं कर पाए, बट उम्मीद है कि कंसिस्टेंट जो सीढ़ियां है वो चढ़ते रहे, बिकॉज एंड ऑफ द डे दैट्स ऑल मैटर। आपके पास चिकन डिनर है, उसके बाद लगातार बैक टू बैक आपके पास अगर बॉटम स्कोरिंग है, देन वो आपको फायदेमंद नहीं रहेगी। उस चीज का अवॉइड, उस चीज का काउंटर एक ही चीज है कि आप कॉन्स्टेंटली हर बॉल पे छक्का मारना जरूरी नहीं है। हर बॉल पे अगर 2-2 रन भी आप लेते हैं, देन ट्रस्ट मी आप 300 बॉलों के अंदर 600 रन बना सकते हैं। सोच के देखिए, एक बॉल डॉट भी आ जाती है तो 2-2 रन करके आप 400-500 में तो टिक जाएंगे। तो वैसी बात है, यहाँ पे 16 गेम्स है, 16 गेम्स में टॉप 5 को, टॉप 6, टॉप 7 को अगर आप कॉन्स्टेंट रखते हैं, देन ट्रस्ट मी 1-2 गेम के अंदर मिरेकल गेम प्ले और आप सीधा ट्रॉफी के पास।
जब एग्जैक्टली यहाँ पे वही एक कंसिस्टेंट गेम प्ले यहाँ पे वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम टीम सोल, एंड मेरे ख्याल से देखने को मिलेगा। कल फ्रेश डे होगा, अभी भी आज का क्या पता एंड जो हमारा दिन हो एक अच्छे चिकन डिनर के साथ, या तो एक अच्छी पोजीशन के साथ यहाँ पे टीम सोल निकाल के जाए। एलीट गेमिंग यहाँ पे ओपन साइड कंपाउंड्स में वो लोग लूट रहे हैं, एक एक इंडिविजुअल कंपाउंड्स लूट रहे हैं। लीडर अपना आराम से प्रोन्ड आउट है, इज चिलिंग अराउंड, एंड बाकी उसके टीममेट्स इजीली स्काउट करें इस वाले कंपाउंड से।
मैं क्यों चाहता हूँ कि यहाँ पर सोल जीते, बिकॉज इंडिया के अंदर बहुत पोटेंशियल है। इंडिया के अंदर इतने सारे प्लेयर्स हैं जो पागल है इस वक्त ई स्पोर्ट्स के अंदर घुसने के लिए, दे वांट टू प्रूव देमसेल्फ। और अगर यहाँ पे आज सोल जीतते हैं, देन काफी सारी फॉरेन कंपनीज का भी इंटरेस्ट आएगा कि इंडिया के अंदर वो टैलेंट है कि हम यहाँ पे नेशनल इंटरनेशनल चैंपियन बना सकते हैं। बिकॉज अभी के लिए इंडिया का ई स्पोर्ट्स काफी लिमिटेड है, काफी कम टीम है। जैसे आपकी एंटिटी है जो ऐसे आप इन्फ्लुएंसर्स को, गेमर्स को सपोर्ट कर रही है, हमारे 8-bit है, गोल्डी भाई है, ये है। और ई स्पोर्ट्स को टेंशन इंडिया, नॉट गेमिंग
जैसे लोगों ने पुश करा था, ये स्क्वाड हाउस है, बीआरके का स्क्वाड पूरा ही पूरा खत्म होता है। मिडटेक को दिखाएंगे इसके बाद मेरे ख्याल से, यप देयर कैन सी। उसके बाद M16A4 थी, एक प्लेयर नॉक करके पूरा फिनिश कर रहा था, जो कि यूनिक स्क्वाड के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा सेटबैक था। एंड यहाँ पे ओल्ड बॉय ने फिनिश करा था उसको M762
से। हाईलाइट है, जरूरी था। तो मैं क्या कह रहा था कि वहाँ पर कुछ ऐसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस भी हैं इंडिया में जो कोशिश कर रही है कि कॉन्स्टेंटली एफर्ट डाल रही है, रात दिन मेहनत करके, कि इंडिया के ई स्पोर्ट्स को बूस्ट मिल सके। तो आज सोल पे जो प्रेशर है ना, आज उनको उस प्रेशर को बीट करना पड़ेगा, उस प्रेशर से बाहर निकल कर अपनी नेचुरल सोल परफॉर्मेंस दिखानी पड़ेगी। देन ओनली यहाँ पे वो माइंडसेट आएगा, तभी वो जीत पाएंगे।
यहाँ पे वर्सेस ARG का यहाँ पे फाइट होती हुई नजर है। यूनिक भी यहाँ पे साइड से निकल रही है, एंड इन लोगों को रुकना नहीं चाहिए। और ARG कैंडी यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा स्प्रेड फायर करता हुआ, उन दोनों की 150 HP है। एंड मेरे ख्याल से यूनिक का यहाँ पे
towards Unique should they sit on the cliff faces, and this is the whole point of being a pro player. You need to know where these line of sights are, where you're open, where you're exposed, where teams can sneak in a bullet or two and do damage to you. Having a head on a swivel in PUBG Mobile is absolutely pivotal.
It certainly is.
Where teams can sneak
in, we are seeing just pretty much maybe 2 teams not within the new one. Looking at RQ Athena, they're still kind of just leaving Pachinki out towards the east of it at the moment, and there's still a team in the water coming past Novo. So this battle towards the east of Milta, this is kind of on the coastline that leads out towards that, I guess, south of Mini Milta Power, around that area. This sort of loot situation has about 2 or 3 teams that could third party each other, that could get involved in the fight. You have Unique up on the hillside, you have Nova, and one of the Nova players already just got knocked by, I think, Paraboy slightly further down south from him, and then there's a team up by Lumberyard. So the lines of sight are very much covered. You can't engage on one without being careful of the other. Now we'll see where the likes of RQ Athena go towards, because a lot of the prime territory, all those big compounds you want, the central ones, aren't really available anymore.
Soul have got a bit of a job to do to work their way down this hill. Yes, there is a lot of trees that you can hide behind for cover, but it's certainly a downhill battle. Nova, should they have the scopes, they will definitely have the line of sight, be able to do a tremendous amount of damage to them. Don't forget as well, just lingering in the distance, we do have Purple Mood. Once they get involved in this one, it could be a bit of a crash from an unexpected angle. 3 times on the AKM. Provided a single taps that thing, it should be fine, otherwise you spray, it's just going to look towards the sun. Soon killed me. Okay. Nice.
That's a good sign. I like it. I'm sorry. There's no mercy here, though. No mercy.
I think that's PUBG as a game, right?
Pretty much, it is. Survival.
Even in the advert with the dude in the bunny costume is a solo, but they still put him down.
Yep, cute little bunny. Anyway, the circle has come in and is going just north of Milta is the central point. That's the new one. So all the teams who went towards the outskirts, towards Milta, towards the far, southeast, they've all got to move in here. So the teams who went for these compounds early are pretty happy, if I'm honest. They'll be pretty, I guess, impressed it's going to come towards this point. And now Sol, we want more from these guys. We really want to see them do well, and they are engaging towards Nova. And Nova aren't looking so good at the moment. Look look at the HP, it's very low. They've already been damaged. Bandit's down a little low, AY's down a little low. They've got to be careful, and Viper are going to keep them under pressure.
I like how you said that, because that's his job right now. With the 6 times in the minute, just keep these guys at bay. Keep them occupied and focus fired on him while the rest of the team repositions, because it wasn't the best place in the world to kind of kick it around. So be able to consolidate themselves, get together, maybe even reposition. Keep them at gunpoint, hold them back for now. He has the advantage. And all the rest of them have to shoulder peek towards him. Still, this fight down low. Outside Milter is back building. ARG and XQF been for a while. SSG's also thrown into the mixture here. Mixed bag of teams. The powder keg scenario where one team will engage, and then the third party will just strike at the right time, pounce and mop up whatever's left and get involved in it. It can be super, super messy. And this is the problem with this circle now, because there's so many teams alive. Every single nook and cranny on the map is taken. Jasper on his own, away from the rest of the roster. 2-1-1 split. Same goes for ELG. That's a 2-2 split. You need to take as much arm's reach into the map as possible, right? Try and take up as much land grab and position as humanly possible to deny any point of entry for other teams.
Yeah, and we're about to see everyone pretty much being in the new circle. Team KSO just about made it in. They were the ones in the boat going all the way around Sosnovka Island. So they managed to kind of make a land, and they've worked their way through. And they've actually, I think, taken over Mini Milter for now. That's not ideal, but it's home. And that's all you can really ask for. All the teams currently here. And it looks like we have seen Old Boy catching a bit of a couple of bullets. So maybe he's not in the best position. Maybe overstepping. Maybe being caught out in transition somewhere.
Quiet on the western front for now. Teams just feeling each other out and reading the lay of the land. Who's kicking it where? TS up against the blue. The backsides will be nice and safe for them. PLM finds contact. Initial one's there. DP Ryzen finds Angry. That's that Milter battle we've been seeing for a while down in the town. The knock is real. And again, you might now see other teams engage and approach that scenario. Now they've heard the initial bullet. Now they know someone's knocked. Can we get involved and pop up?
That's a huge hardship. This circle is going to be an absolute killer. When you guys see this, it's all gone east. It's kind of around that lumberyard area, just to the south of it. All these teams instantly realize that it's time to move. We need to get over there. Look at this position. Look at this rotation. ELG were in a really good spot. They were up by lumberyard already, so they can just kind of shuffle around a little bit, get to that prime spot. But this is going to murder so many of these players on the way. There is not enough room for everyone, especially with that field down towards that southwest side. Nova now get to become kind of gatekeepers as well of this road. If anyone tries to come past, they should be able to shut them down, but it's going to be a crash from Zooms is already there. We already see them coming in, so now Nova need to be aware of what's coming their way. They've got to be careful because there's so many players coming on by. And now CZ getting up close and personal. They're going to be rushing this one. They want their own house. They want their own home. But Nova might just say no. I see nades in hand. Angry's fighting back. That's towards Rose. It's all going crazy now. Milter is right as Xiaoji already going to take down one. Big pickup for Nova. Going to readjust position, move around, find a new angle, sprays in. That's a second. He can't get any more, but excellent play already coming out as Zooms tries to make up for the loss. But here comes the rest of Nova, trying to avenge their fallen teammate just at the bottom of the stairs. They're waiting to go. Narwin's holding this one down, tries to buy some time with a grenade, puts it down to the bottom, just going to slow down the hit. But uh-oh, if that nade comes through, that could be good. They're doing damage, but will they dare push up the stairs?
Nova do lose one, and it looks to me like they want revenge. They've been held back here by the utility. The grenades are down the stairwell. Jasper's still bleeding out. They're all on tender hook right now. They don't want to go running up the stairs. Again, corner peek. Oh no!
Nova, when's the push gonna happen, guys? They finally got the right. AY, he's up for it. He's gone in. He's a madman. He's pushed this. That's incredible from Nova. Straight up the stairs. Goodbye, the other team.
Zero fear. Runs up the stairs, the nade actually hits him, doesn't give a damn, and just lays them out one by one. Confirms the kill, takes the team out. Yes, they lose one, but it's well worth it. Not only do they keep a pivotal compound here in this circle, but they pick up some points and a placement to boot. We now hop on board with SSG Sixless. Last man standing here for the North American powerhouse. Watching, waiting. Kill feed, keeping an eye there. 6-9 themselves. That's a grenade pickup. They've only readjusted up to the top of the lumber mill there. RRQ Athena only at the front point.
I just saw one of the RRQ players get knocked. Where is that? That could be a bit of an issue. I don't see that player on the screen. So where were they? Were they split from the rest of the team maybe? Yeah, it looks like they were. And now you can see the push coming in. This could be a bit dangerous for them. There's a lot of players on this hillside. They need to be careful. You don't want to lose out on players here, especially after that last game. They want to come out with a really strong performance, and this could slow them down.
You'd have to assume that that was potentially from down low then. I mean, they're all here at least so they can consolidate themselves and get themselves back on the feet. Quite a sparse amount of teams all playing edge. Again, that central point is quite open, the lumber mill area. See 3 teams, maybe could say Nova as well. Circle once again.
Wow, there is so little cover here. There is...
Yeah, it's basically, you have the little yellows on the roadside on the west, and then everything else is just fulfilled with some trees. That's it.
This is about to get a bit of a brutal battle in front of us. Nova succeeded in theirs before, but now that was just the battle. The war is in front of us and they know it. They got to try and work out how they want to move through this one. So many shots through this smoke. They still have some vehicles, but they now need to decide, where do we go? Where can we go?
I legitimately think going to the center of the circle here is the safest point because everybody's going to play edge. Everyone will just sit. They'll play border control. They'll wait for teams to arrive. You have to go central. There's a couple of rocks there you could hunker down.
Oh, all 3 players in one. This is so rough. And actually, wait, no, look at the timing. Look at the timing. They managed to get to a really good compound just as the other team left. Nova thanking their lucky stars for this one because SZB just left their last compound to crash this one. And now they've got a fight in front of them. Years is at the door. Fireboy's there. White Cat's there. And White Cat just found George. This could be go time. Knocking on the door. TES had a brilliant performance in that last game. 2nd place. Can they do more?
Grenades flying through the windows, holding back for now. Who's this come out? Wait for the up close and personal engagement. Is that grenade that he's cooking in the corner could be amazing! And it is! That could be the warning sign that they needed. They're all gone, they're all dead! Stick of dynamite just posted through the letterbox. Bye-bye, boys. What a fantastic wall bounce that was.
They are just the team slayers at the moment. They've taken down so many squads. XQF Callboy there trying to keep tabs on the battle down below. The smoke's can only last so long. Going to be fighting Natic. Can he find more cats beside him? It looks like XQF are on the cleanup and they're getting it done. But there's so many other players nearby. They've got to be very, very careful.
XQF still going strong here. Coolboy with the confirmation. Ryzen will fall. Paraboy straight moves on to Soul as well. Back to back. What's Paraboy doing with the DP? That's 2 individuals. Double knock. There might be an advancement, so just keep an eye on the kill feed. Flashing. Mohad, they're both here together. White Cat still continuing the barragement. Pull up on the side though, Nova. Enemies are at the front door. Another challenger approaches. They managed to stay alive for so long, but how much damage can they take? What is their gear like? Their utility, everything, their armor. It's nice to see them surviving, but eventually you've just got to count your lucky stars you've come this far.
Circle pushing everyone closer together now. RRQ Athena in danger. A player's been knocked. Jimmy's been knocked as well for XQF, so they're not out of the trouble just yet. But look at Cat, so ferocious. They want to take them down, spraying into that smoke, hoping for this. Justice, though, on the plate, going to be surely caught out here on the cross. 1 HP is not enough here. The play zone will take him, but Cat was certainly the challenger here.
Through the smoke, it might give you some sort of level of defense, but it also proves a point where enemies need to be aiming for. They know you're going to be hiding in there. Yes, it's okay for now to hide in, but 1 grenade, it's an easy couple of points for any team that want to lob it your way. Bandit, you can see heals going down in the back, stims going up. Got to be prepared because it's time to move. Circle has shifted. Everyone's still playing on the edge. We've only got 1 player center circle. This is about to go off. This is madness.
Yeah, then the ridgeline stops here. RRQ Athena know they have to put those smokes down, but they're in trouble. They've got so many teams looking their way. XQF is the main point of danger for them. Fireboy towards Mystic, and you can see Senior here trying to eye up that team in front of him, using the car for cover. Time to move ahead. They're getting tagged up though. Ernie's in danger, and this could be problematic. Callboy's finding them, and there's Fireboy coming in as well. This could be the downfall of RRQ Athena. That would be a huge upset.
All the DPs in the kill feed. The 762 is ringing loud and proud here. XQF, they've got a nice bit of a foothold, especially when RRQ want to make a move Senior with the UAS. We put it in a position up against a tree to give them defense. Even if it goes up in smoke, it at least gives them something to hide behind still. G9 hiding in the back foot. Spots one, nails him through the grass. Where's the rest of them? Sixless in the back, leader fall simultaneously. And as we say that, during all that fight, 6-9, they go down, they're dead.
Looking at this one, Jimmy's there. That's Senior going down. Senior confirmed out of it. Cat claims that, and it looks all but over. Unless maybe Ernie can do the unthinkable. We'll see. That man has shown some real prowess in those last couple of games, but there's still 8 teams standing, 20 players in this tiny area. Sixless still doing damage for SSG out of nowhere. Lost one alive as well, but you're seeing the play zone picking up a lot of these players. There's simply nowhere to go.
That's the strongest point here. If you go central,
ELG has to.
There's no one really near them, I suppose. They do have to come downhill, so they'll be exposed to any people on the south. But the south's so condensed. This is what happens. He's one-on-one.
Ernie.
Whoa.
Dangerous player. Finally put down by Callboy. It looks like XQF have won that battle unless G9 can do something. No, it will be RRQ Athena down.
Oh, he's loving life, I say that. There's a response, and finally he's put down, not laid to rest just yet. Fireboy, you can see the grenade, he cycled it, it's in hand.
Grenade.
Smoke, it's up, it's over. Does it do any damage? Ronak, he falls. Hits the deck as Ming answers back onto Fireboy. The grenades are being thrown across, and XQF, they're just at the mercy of every single team looking onwards towards them.
Yeah, and we are down to 4 teams now. Sixless still doing damage. Where is Sixless? Sixless in all of this. How is he still alive? He's up towards the northwest, kind of more west than anything. He's been such a nuisance to so many of these teams. And his team fell so early on. Leader going. Again, he's still going.
What is this? Where is he in all of this? It's on the angle. Behind enemy territory, so he's a solo player. Still holding it down for his team. And also bridging him into the top 4. Fair play, fair play.
Top esports after that last performance maybe feeling super confident because they've come out of this and in a really nice spot. 4 alive, still have that southeast side control here. And they've been doing some damage. They've been getting some kills. That's years towards Ming. Ming down again. Not ideal at all. Sixless creeping forward. You can see Ming there bleeding out. Confirmed. That's Callboy picking it up, so they get the points.
Kills in the bag for years. Another one falls down. Sixless does confirm it. Picks up the point. 9 kills so far for TES. This is a brilliant game. A win on the board. What should sit them pretty at the top potentially. Depends. RRQ and XQS final position in the final point.
Sixless!
Again and again.
This guy's the assassin. Look at him, Cat has no idea. Sixless appears from the grass, destroys the opponent and fades back into black. Looking for the next way forward, but the blue's pushing him forward. Does he still manage to keep doing this? Nades coming through now. XQF looking worse for wear. Surely this is a TES game, but I wouldn't put it past him. There he goes. A valiant attempt from Sixless, but Callboy's had enough. And now we're down to 2 teams, 6 players currently alive, but you can see the vast majority of them TES. Maybe spurred on from their last game, feeling that confidence, seeing what just one of their players can do. Let's find out what 4 can.
Callboy trying to get to Cap before the bleed out's there. I think, it allowed him to get the heal, which is fair play. The res should be a real one. Spraying through the grass, trying to find, they have a clear idea of where they're going to be at least. But top, they have 4 players, and they have all the utility in the world to use.
It's utility time, it's nade time. XQF against the odds here. It's a 2v4, it looks unlikely. Top Esports has every angle covered. This would have to be a heroic performance from Callboy or Cat, and I just don't see it happening.
quite before the storm. We're out of time. Yep.
It's time to go. TES, they know they can just wait this one out. They have the players. They have the position. Can they finally get that win? Coolboy and Cat working their way forward. Slowly but surely, their backs are to the blue, so they have to creep slightly further in. They're going towards the southern side. Did they spot White Cat? Yes, they did. Cat beside Coolboy, going to try and help out there. You can hear the shots ringing through. White Cat's found a bit of cover. Not going to be spotted out this time, but now they know their positions. This is where it gets deadly for XQF. Cat and Coolboy. Nades start coming in. White Cat's on the move as well.
Every time they fire, they give away the position even further. That's why the nades are starting to ring now. White Cat's still damaged, touching from that blue. We will be going down. There's one, Lauren.
Cat's got one, no vest, but still has a helmet. So damaged, so broken. Not able to get the confirmation on that knock, but that's beyond the point here. Cat and Coolboy just trying to stay alive, trying to do everything they can. There's the confirmation. And now it begins. A 3-on-2. It suddenly becomes so much more possible. This becomes truly doable if they can get that first pick, but here comes the blue. It's time to move forward again, slowly but surely. Oh! Can you believe it? It's a 2-on-2 out of nowhere. Fireboy is just watching his team get slaughtered. What's happening? The blue's now moving in. XQF, suddenly, you could argue they have the upper hand here, but their gear is so broken, so damaged. Can they do anything with this? Where's that next spot? Cat looks for the peak, spots out Years, takes him down. Here comes the counterplay though. Top esports on the push, spotting out one. Cat goes down. It's Coolboy, still alive. He's doing everything he can for his side. And a 1v1. Oh, can you believe it? What a play!
They do it! All the odds stacked against them. 4 versus 2 scenario, and they come out on top. What is this madness we're having on day number 1?
Welcome to PUBG Mobile. This is the caliber of play you can expect to see.
Quest is on the adventure of their lives for game number 4 as they are able to take the victory from the clutches of defeat as well. In the 4v2 situation, they make it happen. You need to get themselves a win on the board.
Yeah, and it's actually one of the teams that I mentioned before the game started. I say they need a strong game. They need to go ahead and start.
I think they ended on 20 kills.
Oh my god!
In the game, which is incredible. Like the 50-point game, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. It's going to close the gaps. XQuest, they are a force to be reckoned with. We saw it in the prelims, and we saw it just now.
It's not only a case of though that obviously when we came in, we were saying, Powerboy, he's our guy. He's the guy that's going to be able to do well for XQuest and push them on to further heights. But in that 2v4 situation, there was no Powerboy. He was not there. It was Cat and Coolboy to be able to get them over that hurdle, that extreme hurdle that they had to deal with, and smokes were very pivotal in those final moments of Endra.
Absolutely, and then utilities obviously here. In a 4 versus 2 situation, this is where you want to use your utilities. And I actually expected a bit more nade kills and a bit more kind of playing around with that, but let's look at the standings, guys. This is absolutely insane. 19 more points than top.
That is from one game. 20 kills? Did they really get 20?
They got 20. They literally had 16 kills before the last 2 versus 4.
I'm even staggered. I know, I saw it in the game, and I'm still staggered.
They wiped a third of their opponents, literally.
Yeah.
It's incredible. 20 kills is great. You've got Top Esports and Space Station Gaming, though, who also had pretty strong games there. They were able to finish well. We saw 9 kills coming through on Top Esports, so they've done a pretty good job there.
And one of the MVPs of the game has to be Sixless.
It has to be.
Yeah, for sure.
He was able to take Space Station Gaming all able to go ahead and secure some kills here and there.
Here's the overall standings. XQuest F currently sits in the top spot, and they have a cushion after that game. A big game from them. Top Esports likewise also takes the number 2 spot, just 1 point ahead of RRQ Athena. But RRQ Athena, gentlemen, has got to be mad, not only after game number 3, but also after being pipped at the post in game number 4.
We were talking about the buffer that RRQ were trying to secure, right, at the start of this game. You know, they were 10 points ahead, they were going in, we were talking, okay, you know,
Even though they lost players, they were able to recover themselves. They were able to just stay cool, calm, and collected.
Something that we haven't spoken about that much during the day has been loadouts, and it feels like on Erangel we saw a little bit more heavier use of the DP, and actually in 2018 this was a prevalent gun as well. I know that everybody really likes the M4 currently, but the DP in this mode, when people are lying down, can be an absolute laser in some of these situations, Avendra.
Absolutely, and you said it as well to me, so you gotta look out for these guys using the DP, because this
would become even a better player.
Yeah, terrifying, potentially.
Yeah.
Of course, let's take a look at our MVP votings that have happened so far as well, not only for our players, but also our teams. I can only imagine Team Soul is probably doing very well in terms of the team, and we do, yes, what a surprise, 66%.
Catching up.
Yeah, actually, a 4% difference has now occurred whilst all of this has been going on, but I think this is going to be the running theme throughout the day.
Soul, by the way, came 5th in that game, so they actually did pretty well.
They did.
I was pretty happy about that one.
Yeah.
Ronaka was able to out-heal the zone. just trying to chill on out. Eventually did get found out, but no, that's fair enough. I told them to play safe. They did that. They were able to get very late into the game. 5th place, nothing to sniff at.
I think what's actually very important from that MVP voting for the team so far is that if you look at 1 through 4, you see 66%, and then number 4 was in 2%. So this is how much Seoul is just dominating everything.
And I love in general, I love fan support, especially we hear here in the arena when they do good. We hear them cheer, and I think that they need to continue this, need to continue cheering them on, both obviously in the chat, but also here.
Well, let's take a look at the player support as well when it comes to our MVP player, and who was up at the top of the heart? RRQ obviously was 69, as well as D2E getting themselves the placement, and actually this has extended into even more of a lead for RRQ Athena, because KK Skr was up towards, had 11%, and now he's fallen down to 2%, so it's kind of all getting a bit crazy there too.
Yeah, and I mean, it might even continue just throughout the day. G9 and also Ernie, if they can put up performances like 9 kills in just 1 game alone, that's nutty.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and continue to see that, and more than likely, if they do, they're gonna just end up with the MVP overall.
Very much so. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much, as I'm going to now make my little walk down Kylaris Avenue. Once again, it's right that way. So if you follow me, I can head over to Scoom. My friend, Erangel, we had a interesting end south of Lumbermill to get things going.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And one thing I want to point out is just the rotation, something that was not talked about. I mean, there was a lot of nice team fights, a lot of clutches from 6s and stuff like that. But something I want to touch on is PLM right here. They were at the very, almost center of the circle, north of Shelter. And instead of some teams here would probably be like, oh, the circle's shrunk far east, I'm going to stay edge, I'm going to play safe. But something that I'm really happy that they did, it was that they completely just sent it down to the compound where Nova was. And a lot of teams kind of don't want to do this because it's high risk and sometimes little reward. But having this compound right here is very crucial because it's so open around, and you can have easy access to the middle of the hill. So they decided not to go stay on the edge and just crash this compound. And you can see how that ended up happening. They ended up taking the compound. Unfortunately, it didn't really go their way. They kind of miscommunication, it seems like one of them pushed alone, got knocked, 2 ended up getting knocked and ended up wiping. But I like that play. They managed to get that, and that's really smart rotation from them.
Yeah, so much so this compound is almost notorious, and we have even very specific names for it when it comes to PC, of course, and that's how that's going to go. So thank you very much, Scoom, for all of that breakdown there, highlighting how important some of these compounds can be. Let's head over for an interview now to see what XQuest thinks of the tournament overall.
Well, I had to grab Coolboy, of course, because that was an incredible final fight. So, Coolboy, how did you turn that 2v4 situation against Top Esports into a chicken dinner?
主要是因为跟队友配合的好，我们经常一起就是嗷嗷训练，所以说这配合的非常好，所以打这个是有经验。
The reason for that was that we very often do the practices, the 2 versus 2. So the reason was the cooperation between us.
Okay, so brilliant communication skills. And you had 20 kills in that game alone. How do you manage to find success in so many of your fights?
其实这一把我感觉还是我们队友之间的配合发挥的都很好，每个人发挥的都没有任何失误，所以说我们这把才能取得胜利。
The most important thing was that each one of us performed real well. We didn't do any mistakes.
And with 50 points from Erangel alone and 112 overall, putting you at the top of our leaderboard, can you keep up this performance to win the event?
明天我们会像今天一样继续努力，争取比今天打得更好。
We'll continue fighting tomorrow as good as today.
Well, we look forward to seeing that because that was an incredible performance today, Coolboy, and the rest of XQuest F. Congratulations on that chicken dinner and on being our leaderboard toppers at the end of day 1. But to wrap up day 1, we need to head back to Calaris and the boys on the desk because that was a spicy map.
definitely was indeed, as XQuest, obviously, with a powerful victory there at the very end of the day. Gentlemen, what a day so far as a whole, as an entirety, with all of our maps being played. We had our show match as well. What have been your highlights, guys? Because it has definitely been a splendid, splendid day. I know most people are going to say the 1v4, but do it anyway.
Yeah, definitely. That's the highlight for me. The 1v4, and also last match, Sixless being able to take his team from 13th place to 3rd place. That's huge, honestly. That's huge at the end of day 1, and I hope it has pretty much transitions to day 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I can only agree with that. I think the 1v4 obviously tops the charts for everyone.
Yes.
But I think, you know, even though in that last game they didn't do super well, I really enjoyed seeing the dominance that RRQ were able to display so far. I think that moving forwards, I'm looking to them again just to be able to maintain that. The question is, you know, maybe it was a little bit of fatigue starting to set in. You know, it's the 4th game of the day. It's been a long day, but they've got 6 game days ahead of them. We've got 6 day games ahead of us. So they need to be able to maintain that stamina.
I think I have 2 parts actually. First of all, palming going out in the first.
That was important. That was actually one of my favorite bits as well.
That's kind of important, but also the whole ceremony, how we open the show and how the whole arena is really, really impressive here.
Yeah.
But the whole opening ceremony with Alan Walker.
Welcome to PUBG Mobile.